Right, Grant. Well, here in California, lawmakers have just over a week to decide what they're going to do about a possible gas rebate.
July 1st marks the beginning of a new fiscal year, and that means Governor Newsom would need to sign off on a spending plan by June 30th, about a week away. He pledged earlier this year to use some of the state's record surplus to issue those rebates. However, disagreements between Democratic leaders have prevented any plans from being finalized. Assembly Speaker Anthony Rendon says Californians can expect to see something in the form of a gas rebate before October.
Here is a look at the average gas prices in the Bay Area. According to AAA, Solano County has the lowest average at $6.36 a gallon. The highest average is in Napa County right now at $6.60 a gallon. California's statewide average is currently $6.37 a gallon.
Sky-high gas prices when hitting the road might have you wondering if it's time to switch to an electric vehicle.
Ground Force Ella Sogomonian has a closer look at potential benefits for moving on to EVs. Ella.
Well, gas prices may just be one reason why people would rather get an electric car right now, but it is certainly a driving factor. The cost to fuel up is hovering just below $7 per gallon across California. Some people are coughing up $100 to fill up their tank. With little relief in sight, drivers are turning to another option, electric vehicles or EVs. Although just about 3.5% of all sales are electric, that's an 80% jump from the year before, according to AAA.
More Americans are buying electric, and that's for a lot of reasons. The pandemic and the microchip shortage seem to help that. Some states eliminating gas-powered vehicles in the future also really motivated and is motivating large car companies to invest in electric. So for all of those reasons, and likely not wanting to pay that much for gas, people are starting to look electric.
Nonprofit Cultura highlights the benefits of investing in EVs. Their research suggests the savings to switching to EVs are immediate because electricity is much cheaper than gasoline by an average of half the cost.
The economics of switching to an EV are really good even for kind of the average driver. So in California, EV drivers spend about 7 cents a mile on fuel, and for a gas car, it's more like 21 cents a mile.
It may save you from spending big bucks at a gas station, but charging up an electric car might not be all that convenient depending on a few things. While electric cars can be plugged into an ordinary household 110-volt outlet, it may take a while, so you'll have to find a charging station nearby. There are 100,000 across the U.S. In the San Francisco Bay Area, there are about 2,000 listed on this map from opencharge.org. Many are free, but others cost about $20 or require a membership. And some are more powerful than others. A free charging station may take up to 8 hours for a full charge, compared to a superpowered one that would take 2 hours. But charging up an EV can be made more convenient with many incentives depending on where you live. For example, California utilities offer a 30 to 35% discount for low-income customers who also can qualify for a free charger with home installation under the new Clean Cars for All program. And although it might still be cheaper to buy a gas guzzler at the moment, there are a ton of stackable tax rebates and grants at the federal, state, and local level to bring down the cost by up to $12,000. Drivers can also save on maintenance because EVs have about 20 versus 2,000 parts in a gas-powered car. And just an example of some of those ways to save in California, low-income families can get $4,500 for the purchase or lease of a new EV and another $1,500 to retire an old gas car from the Cash for Clunkers program, plus up to $5,000 off the cost of a used EV, depending on which Bay Area city you live. Supply chain issues are also a big challenge right now, so if you can find a new or used EV for sale at the moment, it's probably going to cost more than usual, but overall, it's something to consider for people who put a lot of miles on their gas guzzler traveling far and wide. Live in the newsroom, Ella Sogomonian, KRON 4 News.